Hello. Hello.
Jeet, it is Ravina, not Deepika.
Okay. Be that stronger girl everyone knew would make it through the worst. Be that fearless girl, the one who would dare to do anything. Be that independent girl who don't need a man. Be that girl who never backed down. A very good evening to everyone. The galaxy of intellectual, esteemed director, excellency invited guests, viewers, and the Bharat Scout and Guide members. We are here to celebrate the International Day of the Girl, and the theme of this International Day of the Girl of 2020 is "The Girl is My Voice" or Equal Future. I, K. Ravina Maria from Southeastern Railway, and my co-host is
Myself, Deepika Sharma, Ranger Leader from NF Railway, will be the Masters of Ceremony this evening. Welcome you all. Indian culture gives women the utmost respect. Many of our goddesses and females are females, and they had been worshipped as a deity by many people faithfully. Lakshmi, Durga, and Saraswati are the goddesses of wealth, strength, and wisdom. In the same way, women are the epitome of wealth, power, and wisdom. Women play an important role in the society, and the whole family is dependent on women for their outstanding role as a mother, sister, wife, daughter, friend, teacher, cook, nurse, all at the same time while caring everybody's needs. Therefore, respecting all the roles of women in this world, I'd like to request everyone to stand at their place for prayer.
दया कर दान भक्ति का हमें परमात्मा देना दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना हमारे ज्ञान में आओ प्रभु आँखों में बस जाओ अंधेरे दिल में आकर के परम ज्योति जगा देना बहा दो प्रेम की गंगा दिलों में प्रेम का सागर हमें आपस में मिलजुल कर प्रभु रहना सिखा देना हमारा कर्म हो सेवा हमारा धर्म हो सेवा सदा ईमान हो सेवा वो सेवक चर बना देना वतन के वास्ते जीना वतन के वास्ते मरना वतन पर जान फिदा करना प्रभु हमको सिखा देना दया कर दान भक्ति का हमें परमात्मा देना दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना
please be seated. Now I request Honorable Deputy Director of Guide Leader Trainer M.N. Manchamma Madam for welcome our guest and importance of IDG. I request Honorable Deputy Director of Guide Leader Trainer M.N. Manchamma Madam for welcome our guest and importance of IDG.
Good evening to everyone. I'm Ms. M.N. Machama here to tell the importance of the day within few lines and to welcome our friends, those who are present here from the WACS too. The International Day of the Girl is observed around the world every 11th of October. This observation supports to the girls in the awareness of gender inequality facing by girls in the present days at all levels. This year's theme is My Voice, Our Equal Future, announced by United Nations celebrating the day in this pandemic period. The Bharat Scouts and Guides has planned different activities for guides, rangers, unit leaders in connection with IDG throughout the month to reach the global target. In the celebration of this, today the Bharat Scouts and Guides has organized a webinar to make the importance of the day with the theme more clear to the guides, rangers, unit leaders, all who have gathered here. For this, we are having two friends from WACS. One is Erin from Australia. She is a proud girl guide and advocate for SDG, that is Sustainable Development Goals. Since 2014, she is helping in providing educator to empower young change maker. Apart from this, she is an adventure lover too. On behalf of everyone present here, I do extend welcome to you, Erin, for this webinar. And coming to my friend, Erin is also a friend, no doubt in that. Tami is an old friend of mine, and she is an active member of Girl Guide Association of Malaysia, who is the present International Commissioner of Malaysia Girl Guides. Since 2014, she is involved in STV, Stop the Violence, and Voices Against Violence, locally as well as internationally. She attended the 70th United Nations General Assembly in 2015 and witnessed SDGs adopted by 193 countries and spoke on behalf of WACS. Tami believes that education is the key to make the world a better place for many generations to come. On behalf of all the participants who have gathered here, and also on behalf of all the professionals of regional headquarters, national headquarters, I do extend hearty welcome to you, Tami. And coming to our dynamic leader, Director Sir, Sri Rajkumar Kaushik, no doubt in that, no words can express his support in making the programs, in the in organizing the program at regional level, national level, and in international level also. He is very supportive. I do extend hearty welcome to you, sir, for your presence in this webinar. I welcome all the participants, the volunteers, and all the professionals who all are gathered here to witness this webinar. My dear friends, no doubt that our two friends are there. They are the guest speakers from BACS. So utilize the opportunity and we can reach the target at the global level on this special theme on a special day. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now, I'd like to request our Joint Director Guide, Miss Ma'am Darsana Pauskar. I'd like to hand over the mic to her. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Deepika. We also have our Shakya sir, Chandrajit Shakya, who has joined us just now. He is our national advisor for Railway Board. So I also welcome you, sir, on this webinar, which is specially made for International Day of the Girl Child, how we are going to celebrate. Thank you for being present here.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. I am pleased to be there with you, all of you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to take the privilege, as ma'am has already introduced our guest speaker. Therefore, I'd like to hand over to ma'am Erin Wicking. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, and thank you for having us join you for International Day of the Girl. I'll share my screen with you now. And Tammy and I hope that tonight's activities are fun and you're encouraged to share them with the other guides and scouts on this important day. So we're here to share with you the Hear Me Now campaign for International Day of the Girl. Our kind MCs have already introduced my colleague Tammy and myself, fellow sisters of yours from Asia Pacific region, who are very passionate about International Day of the Girl and the projects that we can do. We've seen the theme, and I'll hand over to Tammy to explain a bit more about International Day of the Girl.
Namaste, everyone. I'm Tammy from Malaysia. And as just now, Machama ma'am already mentioned a little bit about the background of IDG, the International Day of the Girl. So can anyone just type in your chat box or the comment, just remind me which day is the International Day of the Girl? Yes, somebody already got the answer correct. That's great. Yes, that will be it's gonna be on the coming Sunday, which is just 5-6 days away. And so October 11 was declared International Day of the Girls by the United Nations in 2012. So Girl Guide and Girl Scout around the world celebrate IDG every year, and it is the key moment for us to come together to raise up girls' voices and show how our movement means WAX, empower girls and young women to shape the world that they want to see. And in this year, in 2020, what a challenging year, but still our theme for IDG this year is My Voice, Our Equal Future. So this theme actually focuses on how girls can lead as a generation of activists, accelerating social changes. For us, this means empowering you and the girls worldwide to create advocacy project and the campaign that you truly want to lead. And Erin, I pass it back to you.
Thanks, Tammy. So our theme for this year is Hear Me Now. And the reason we've chosen this theme is because we think it's a great way to promote girls leading change, so girls being advocates. And in WAGS, we define advocacy as a process that happens when we influence people to take decisions that improve lives. But more importantly, we talk about girl-led advocacy. And this happens when girls are the ones choosing the issue that they want to advocate on, defining the change that they want to see, and then working out how they will get there with the support of their sisters in guiding, their brothers in scouting, and their volunteers who are mentoring them. International Day of the Girl is a really important day for girl-led advocacy because it's our one big day of the year to remind everyone just how amazing girls can be and how they already make changes. So for this year, we're really excited to talk you through our pact that is Hear Me Now. 3 sections of the pack, focusing on listening to the girls and their ideas, focusing on the girls thinking who they are and what matters to them, and then us empowering them that they can do things now. They don't have to wait until later. Tammy, I'll hand back to you.
Ma'am, you are not audible, ma'am. Please unmute the mic.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Right. So now the next, our first interactive activities will be a short survey. So Erin will copy the link to the chat box where you can actually click on the link to do this short survey. And in the survey, so we want to know how well are you heard. In girl-led advocacy, start with listening. So we will, we want to create a brave space where voices are heard and respected. So let's wait for the link to be copied so that you can click on the link. And of course, in the survey, you will be able to tell us, you know, how would you like your voice to be heard and what kind of topics that you are passionate about. So we will have a minute. 60 seconds starts now. Do type your question if you have any in the chat box. You have another 30 seconds. $20 seconds. You have your last 10 seconds. Okay, time's up. So Erin, do we have any input?
Yes, I'll come to our quiz now. Have a look. Yes, we do have some great answers here. Why did people choose to attend this event? For voices to be heard, which seems like a great reason given our theme for this. I can see even more questions coming in as I look in the screen. In what spaces do you feel like your voice is already heard? And some people say almost nowhere, which is a reason why it's so important for us to be a voice here within guiding for the Day of the Girl. Some people say, yes, my voice is heard at Scouts. It's heard everywhere and it's heard at home sometimes. So lots of different people with different answers, and that's the way it is all around the world for all of our Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. Where would we like our voices to be heard more? Let's have a look at some of those answers. In every space, yes, in every space. In leadership, what a great one. And in school, in society, so many places that your voices would be so powerful. And what could we do at Barat Scouts and Guides to help you feel more confident speaking out? Here is a great answer. They are doing it still and will keep doing it. We know they are. And you're all here speaking out about what you feel, and we can tell that already that is what's happening. So thank you for sharing those answers with us. In the International Day of the Girl activity pack, we ask even the youngest Girl Guides and Girl Scouts about how they feel heard and what would make them feel more heard. And we ask them to reflect at the end of each activity. So in the activity pack, which you could choose to do with other members of different ages, the here activities, there's a meditation, there's a game that the girls can play where they choose the game and they run the game themselves. And at the end, they can come together and bravely talk about, how does it feel when I'm being listened to? How do I feel when I meditate? And do I find it easy to find time to remind myself of the important things and that I'm being heard? So thank you for letting us hear you with your answers to those questions. And we will be sharing them with Barat Scouts and Guides so that they can support you to feel as heard as you can possibly be. Tammy, I hand back to you for the me section.
Wow, that's a good start. And we are also really happy to know that Barat Scout and Guide always have a good space to make sure their members are being heard. So what about me? So in this me section, we encourage girls to we encourage young people to stop and think about what matters to them personally. Like for example, whether the kids in my community are going to school, or do they have enough clean water to drink? Any topics and issues that close to their heart. Girls also consider what issues that affect their lives, their families, and their communities, and decide what issues they want to take action on individual and together. So this activity pack really makes us, the young people as well, to think what is the issue that's closest to your heart and what kind of action you want to take it alone or with friends. And of course, we understand the current circumstances. It's not allowing us to do things in a big group, but there must be something that we can take action individually, or maybe more online with friends and things like that. So your goals and your issues can be linked to SDG. So I'll leave that part to Erin.
Thanks, Tammy. We heard from our esteemed organisers telling us earlier about the Sustainable Development Goals and how important they are to the organisation. And they're important to all of us, your sisters around the world as well. So we've chosen a video about the Sustainable Development Goals, just in case you may not have seen them, or you might need to jog your memory of all of the different issues that the goals include. And hopefully our video will work today. I'm hoping you will also have audio, but let's see how we go.
Erin, we are missing the audio. Erin, we cannot hear the audio.
Sorry, everyone. I believe that's a Zoom sharing issue, not an audio share issue. Let's try this.
लाइट रहित अनि उजियार रहित हाम्रो बाल बचाव उजियार रहित.
Agama mifumidam beni sopnami bem mushkilnami khortam.
Porque se todo mundo tivesse alimento em casa, ela podia raciocinar. Então, poderia ser pobre, mas teria inteligência na cabeça para poder sair dali.
Parce que na mukili mutu azwa na mission na onzamba tindelai ngape naza mukili pona mission na ngai me nzambe ndayebi.
I've left my husband to be with a woman, and for me that's a huge step in my country as an African woman to do that. I do have a strong voice and I'm strong as a woman speaking for myself.
Nous devons dire au monde que nous existons, que vous êtes là. Et je suis sûr qu'aucune misère, aucune pauvreté extrême n'est pas une fatalité. On peut la combattre.
Afaka ihany fa mba tsy hitovy amin'le hoe toerana nisy atsony zany fa mba lasa ambonimbony kokoa zany izy dia tantrony reny dia famihina teo zany any Telmiana.
There are so many big issues in those goals, and they cover almost everything, probably everything that our girls will ask us to do because it's important to them. And so it's important through International Day of the Girl that we give all of our youth members the chance to speak about all of the issues that are important to them, not just goal 5, which is gender equality, but all of the goals, because achieving gender equality will help us achieve every single one of the other 16 goals that are part of the Sustainable Development Goals. So through the activity pack, we ask the young members to share with us and to share with the other members of their troops and units the issues that are really important to them, so they can see that they share these ideas and that they can work together.
So to start with, Erin is going to paste another link in the chat box. So what we're gonna do is, please key in an issue that really close to your heart. Like for example, maybe climate change or no child abuse or things like that, issues that actually close to your heart into the word cloud. Then we will be able to see what are the issues that are most young people care about. So you will have 1 minute. Let's see whether the link is on. Right, so the link is already in the chat box. Please click on the link and start keying in the issues that you care about. Your 1 minute start now. It's already on the screen. Yeah, that's good. So you can see these are the current issues, current affair that our young people care about. I'm sure there are more coming because they are not, they are watching from the YouTube or the Facebook Live. Great. So I'm sure now that you have identified the issues that care about, I'm sure we will be able to start somewhere with the needs that you need. So I will let Erin to do the personal reflection.
Thanks, Tammy. Look, there's so many great ideas in here, from quality education, gender equality, rape culture, free and safe travel, so many different ideas. And we'll send the cloud through so that you can share with other people all of the topics that everyone else reflected on today and shared with you. I'll jump back to our other screen now. So as we said, when you do the Hear Me Now pack with other members, it's important that at the end of each activity, we take the time and we stop and we personally reflect on what that activity meant for us. So a reflection that you could think on now would be, how could you encourage other rangers or rovers or leaders who didn't attend this session to share the issues or causes that they're passionate about with each other? And now that you've seen some of the words of the issues from other people on the webinar, and you know what they're passionate about, how could you use all of that knowledge when you're planning for future guiding or scouting activities? So we hope that every person that does this pack, no matter how old they are, they reflect and they think, what can I do next? Because we don't want this to be one time that they're listened to and that they get to speak up about what's important. We want this to be the start of so many times that we give people the opportunity to be heard and to share what's important to them and to be part of a really big change. I'll let Tammy explain the last part of the resource.
So what's now?
Tammy?
So, yeah.
Before
So what's
we go ahead, can you have
yeah.
the earlier slide? Earlier
The previous slide?
Yes.
Previous slide, yeah.
Yes, अभी आपने बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स डाले कि क्या क्या इश्यूज हैं अभी हमारे साथ, लेकिन हमको अभी ये सोचना है कि कौन से इश्यूज को हम अपने रोवर्स एंड रेंजर्स के साथ में काम करवा सकते हैं। ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि हम लोग सिर्फ ये एक दिन के लिए 2 घंटे के लिए सिर्फ ये एक्टिविटी करें और भूल जाए। ऐसा होगा तो उसका इम्पैक्ट सोसाइटी पर नहीं होगा। इसलिए इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट दैट हाउ कुड यू एनकरेज हमारे रोवर्स एंड रेंजर्स, गाइड्स हैं, स्काउट्स हैं, अपने आजू बाजू में सब लोग हैं, वो कैसे इस सेशन, ये जो हियर मी नाउ सेशन है, उसको ज्यादा एक्टिवेटली पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं। वो नाउ दैट यू नो व्हाट एवरीवन इज पैशनेट अबाउट, हमने जो कॉजेज देखे उसमें से देखा है कि क्या क्या चीजें हम लोग को ज्यादा इफेक्टिव है, जो चीजें हम लोग को इश्यूज हैं, तो उसके ऊपर अभी एक गेम होगा विच इज कॉल्ड एज बिंगो। सो इसकी तरफ से हम वी कैन डू एक्टिवेट दिस थिंग्स। या Tammy?
Thank you, Darshana, for the translation. So what now? So you hear, you are being heard, and you now you already reflect on your on yourself, like what is close to your heart and what now. So this slide, this part now is about like activities to lead you for an action. So this activity, this bingo activity that we are going to do it here is a little bit different from how we are going to do it in the pack, but it's okay. So girl advocacy helps girls to break their actions into achievable pieces, so that they can take action now and not wait until they are grown up. There's no age too young to actually take action. So it recognizes girls as leaders now and not just in the future. So now we are going to place another link to the chat box, and we will see what kind of actions that you have already taken so far. It can be more than one action.
Thanks, Tammy. Unfortunately, my link is not translating, and for this activity, there are so many actions in there that I think what we might do is we'll jump to the next screen, because there are 17 of them, and hopefully Darshana can assist us again to translate those, because they're very important ideas, and I don't want my very quick English to stop you from understanding something very important. So in the pack with the girls, they play a bingo game using all 17 of these very important things that they could do. And I'll bring them on the screen next. Being a bit slow, my apologies. So these are 17 ideas which we have come up with, which are ways that Tammy said, no matter if you're big or small, you can do some of these things to help bring change. So Darshana, if you're able to translate these ones for us now, and what we will ask is if you have already taken part in one of these activities, if this is something that you've done before, you can raise your hand in the Zoom box so that we can see all the great things that you have already done.
Yes, I think we can see some response. No. Yeah, examples of ways to influence other people to change the world. ये अलग-अलग टाइप जो इन्होंने बताया है कि 17 अलग-अलग वेज से आप इन्फ्लुएंस कर सकते हैं लोगों को। जैसे हम लोग ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते हैं एक रैली विद स्कूल, ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते हैं कम्युनिटी के जो लीडर्स हैं, जो डिसीजन मेकर्स हैं, उनके साथ में उनको बता सकते हैं क्या क्या इश्यूज हैं गर्ल चाइल्ड के, या फिर हम लोग एक साइन कर सकते हैं पिटीशन। ये अलग अलग चीजें हम लोग कर सकते हैं। अभी उसने पूछा है कि इसमें से कौन सी चीज हमने की है, कोई भी चीज इसमें से हमने की है क्या, तो वो आप चैट बॉक्स में डाल सकते हैं। मीन्स अगर आपने होल्ड अ स्पीच एट स्कूल, बहुत सारे बच्चों ने किया होगा, देन यू कैन जस्ट राइट नंबर 6 into the chat box. Yes. Contacted many rallies on STV in our state. Attending a rally. Good. 2364.
Wow, that's great.
Ask for change at work. Very good.
I'm so impressed.
Ask for change of work. Good. Make a poster to convince the head teacher to make changes in your school. Good.
And also, I like the 14. Have a discussion with your parents to make them change a rule you think is unfair. Wow, that's really brave. I like that.
So many brave things you've already done.
Yes, and 15. Support a friend's cause by joining her action. Well done, girls. Wow, and 16. Raise awareness on an issue you care about in your Girl Guiding Girl Scouting group. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Wow. I have someone who had held a protest in front of a local institution. How amazing is that? Great job, girl.
BSG has huge potential.
Yes, definitely. No doubt at all. Great one, girls. Keep up the good work.
So we have another question for you, because we just saw in our last slide all of the amazing things you're already doing. And the question that we have is, what other advocacy or influencing actions that were on that list that you haven't had a chance to do yet? What of those actions could Bharat Scout and Guides help you to do? And so I will paste into the chat box another link where you will be able to answer that question, and we can pass it on for you so that they know exactly what kinds of actions they can help you to be taking.
Now, the next question which Erin is asking us is, okay, Bharat Scouts and Guides as a whole, as an organization with 5.1 million members, okay, हमने कौन सी चीज एक साथ करनी चाहिए? तो हम लोग ऐसे एडवोकेट्स बने, हम एक चीज के ऊपर फोकस करके बात करें, so that there can be a change. We can advocate, we can help them to make a change. So क्या वो चीज होनी चाहिए? That is what you will get in. वो आंसर आपको देना था.
Sorry, everybody. There is the link.
Yes, I think we'll have to give them the link.
It's just letting me in. Oh, Tammy, any chance you can paste that in? It's not letting me select.
I'm trying. Hold on.
There we go.
Oh, already in?
letting me now. In now, in the chat.
Okay.
Yes, we can access the link and put in your points for which BSG as a whole should advocate for. BSG ने किस चीज पर काम करना चाहिए एक साथ मिलकर?
So your 1 minute start now. Thirty seconds.
बहुत कम रिस्पांस आया है, सिर्फ 12 लोगों ने बोला है कि हमें कुछ काम करना चाहिए एक साथ, जबकि हमारे पास ऑलमोस्ट 95 पार्टिसिपेंट्स आर देयर.
10 seconds. Three, two, one. Erin, do you want to share the outcome?
Yes, so you should see on the screen at the moment, hopefully, lots of people saying education, upliftment of girls, yes, women empowerment, change in thinking in society. Wonderful answers here. So many good things that Bharat Scout and Guides will be able to help achieve. I can see that you're going to do amazing things with all of these great ideas.
That's for sure. Okay, so now next is also a small little activity that we abstract from the activity pack. So if you have an A4 paper or a piece of paper, or if you do not have, that's fine. So you can actually type your pledge into the chat box if you do not have any paper. So I will give you 30 seconds to decide on an action that you can do and you want to do. So starting from now, like for example, I must remember to switch off the light whenever I go out from the room. That will influence others to change the world. Write out the action you will take and hold it up to the screen. So if you do not have, that's fine. Remember, I said you can always type in your chat box. Pledge is one of us to do the best to complete your action. So now your 30-second start. So remember, if you do not have any paper with you, just type your pledge in the chat box. And if you do have a piece of paper, write down the pledge. You have another 15 seconds. I will maintain cleanliness. Yes, that's very important, especially during this moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. So let me read out some of the pledges from in the chat box. Working for environment. That's a good one. I will not use single-use plastics. I want to educate children. Clean the surrounding. Love to learn and grow together. I pledge that I will help my mates in every work. To improve our nation, that's a big goal. Good one. I take pledge to open my eyes, ears, and senses on alert note always, so that I can make the change. I have Mahi. I pledge that I will help everyone. Wow. Educating the girls. Freedom of women. Good one. So let us see whether we have anybody show on the screen. I pledge that I always help to all people who is suffering from any problem. Is anybody holding their pledges? I will help animals. Good one too. Yes, so this is one of the activities that you can do with your girls in your group. And so that's easy. And remember to hashtag Hear Me Now, Team Girl, tag WAX and your association.
Thanks, Tammy. And that takes us very nicely to the very last activity in the Hear Me Now pack, which is our social media campaign. So we have created a sign, and you can see the sign here on the screen. It says, I want a future where, and then the girls will write the future that they want to see. And then it says hashtag Hear Me Now. And we're encouraging all of the Girl Guides and Girl Scouts to think of their future and take a photo holding their sign to share with other Girl Guides and Girl Scouts through the whole of October on all of our social media. And if you follow WAGS on Facebook and other accounts, you'll see that there are already people with their photos and their signs with the future that they want. So if you feel inspired after our webinar, this is the next activity for you. And in the pack, you can access the sign that you will need. Tammy?
We have already
Great.
got, जैसे एरिन was saying कि हमें एक ग्रुप पोस्टर बनाना है, प्लेज लिखना है कि आपको how do you want the future to be. I want a future where girls should have no restrictions, or girls can go out in the dark, a safer environment, or anything kind of that. You can make that and put it on the social media pages of BSG as well as WAGS, and you can hashtag saying hear me now. So ये एक एक्टिविटी हम लोग करेंगे ताकि हम लोग सोशल मीडिया से के थ्रू our voices can be heard. Yeah, Tammy.
Great, thank you,
Thanks,
Darshana.
Darshana.
Yeah, so that will lead us to the next slide. BSG is no stranger to the U report. Am I right, Darshana and girls? So you guys are expert of U report already. So in this IDG 2020, so there are many ways you can help others in guiding and scouting to celebrate IDG. So that include Hear Me Now badge, which you already know most of the activity, and the other will be U report. So in the pack, and also pay attention to the social media of WAGS, there's a link for you to actually join the U report pool to tell us what you think, and also there will be Hear Them Now the International Day of the Girl panel webinar. So this pack even suggests has suggestion on how you can run successful focus group with your youth member. So if you are a leader, there's a way. So we actually in the pack we actually tell you how you can actually run the activities with your youth member, focus group, young members as well. So I hope you you will enjoy the pack and share it with as many people as possible. And last but not least, I want to say Pohut Achahe to BSG. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your teachings and explanation will have motivated us. We are really grateful to both of our guest speakers. The positive vibes you brought will really help us to complete this Hear Me Now pack and to bring the real change. Thank you so much. Now, I may take the privilege to invite Sri Rajkumar Kaushik sir, Director the Bharat Scouts and Guides, to deliver blessing address to the members present here in the program. Sir, please.
Thank you, Deepika, for inviting me. Dear Thami, International Commissioner Guide, Malaysia. Then Aaron from Australia, first of all, on behalf of Bharat Guides National Association, member organization, I welcome both of you in this webinar. And really, we are very grateful to both of you. You people have come to help us by introducing this new topic. So, thank you once again to both of you. And I hope that all the panelists who are now in this webinar and the viewers might have enjoyed all the speeches given by Aaron and Thami, and as well as our joint director guide Darshana has also given informative session. So really, it's a need of now courage that especially in our country, previously what the scenario was there, nowadays it is not there, but still there are people, there are some areas where still we are not allowing the Girl Child. But because of the Parliamentary Act now, the girls are now protected in all respect. But it is really that we should take our own responsibility also, being a largest youth organization, that at least the beginning should be from home. So first of all, let our own members should understand actually what type of difficulties are there about the girl child, about the girls, about the ladies, not only girls or the girl child, even the whole woman. So I feel really proud for our guiding that you people have chosen this subject. And on 11th, you people are going to have the detailed webinar for the young girls so that they will understand the concept and we will try to implement in our daily life. So I must congratulate in advance, and definitely whatever support is required from administrative sector in regard to the if any rules or program has to be amended, definitely we will do it, and we will add such type of special program in our girl program as well as in the boy program also. So once again, congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was very nice giving an update and your assurance that yes, the scout section is also going to help us in this. Further, I would like to also invite one of our very prominent members, Ms. Geeta Rathi ji. She is there on along with us on this panel. But before, I would like to tell all the members here on the webinar that there is a circular which has already been issued. I'll show you that. That circular is issued, and you guys can get into more details about that circular, how we are going to celebrate 11th October, and not just focus on that one day, because one days of impact is not going to be enough for making our voices heard. So it has to be done continuously for, as we are on the 5th and 11th is the day. So at least we start working now, so we are heard. So all the activities what were being taken place here along with Erin and Tammy, they're all here. At the same time, as Tammy said, there are a lot of children who have already started working. So nevertheless, BSG is also not behind, and we have got huge number of girls who are really working on the activity, and they have started posting their pictures, their pledge on the Facebook page of Bharat Scouts and Guides and on their own Facebook page. So I think all the members who are present here should not lag behind in taking their action, and let us make it loud as far as possible so that we can be heard. We are very recently facing an issue on Manisha, and it's sad, but it is the truth. So if really we want to have a changed world, we need to take action, and that's we who are going to make a difference in this community. Further on, I now request Geeta Rathi ma'am, who is the coordinator for SDG, and she also was part of the Sweden conference for SDG coordinators. So I request ma'am to please give your blessings to the group here.
Thank you, Darshana, for giving me the opportunity. And I think it's a matter of honor to be associated with all of you. As we all know, like 11th October would be celebrated as the International Girls' Day. And I think it's very important that the causes related to women, they have been talked about, because now is the time when we need to advocate for our own cause. And when we talk about girls, I mean, we all know gender equality is also one of the SDGs that we are taking forward. So we need to ensure that the voice of the girl is being heard. She has the right to choose. And when I mean to say the right to choose, I mean, it sounds something very small, but it's going to start from the very beginning. And especially, it's very important in a country like India, where we have the more of the matriarchal system, that the voice of these girls are being heard and they are being treated equally as human beings. So it's more about reinforcing the human rights rather than just the gender rights. And in countries, you know, when I'm talking about like countries like India and other part of these Asian countries where the sex ratio is very skewed, you know, so it's important to talk about how, you know, the girls, they can be empowered, they can be made more self-reliant. And one of the important parameter in this regard is going to be, you know, the information. They need to be made more aware. They need to have access to information. So if they're going to have access to information, they'll be more confident to take decisions. And I happen to attend, you know, the Asia Pacific region conference also. So there we'll talk about the young ambassador, the girls ambassador. So that is also a very important initiative where we're talking about creating leadership amongst women. So I believe it's a very great initiative that's going to go a long way in creating gender equality, where all the women, all the girls, we all need to come hand in hand, create a chain where we all could be a support to each other, so that, you know, it's not only for the girls. If the girls would be heard, their voice would be heard, it is working toward creating a more equitable system throughout the world. I mean, it's a more gender equivalent social system that would be created, and this is how things are supposed to be. I mean, we've been created as equal halves of the men, so, and that is how we all expect to be treated. So I believe it's a great initiative. The voice of the women and the girls, it need to be heard, and we would be working definitely very hard to making sure that this change happens, this change, because it's more of a social change. So working on grassroots level, what BSG is doing, it's a great initiative. I think this working on grassroots level is actually what going to bring the real change in the society. So I wish everybody a great luck, and so that you go a way forward in bringing about this change which we actually want to see. And as now we also celebrating Gandhi Jayanti, and Gandhi ji also said that we all, the change we ourselves need to be the change that we want to see. So when we want to go forward with this journey, I would request all the girls to just have confidence in themselves, make your voice here, work forward to bring about a change in the society. You're an important part and pillar of the society. You are that one important pillar apart from the male. So just be there, and I'm sure your voice would be heard one day, and it would be very strongly heard. I mean, it is being heard right now also, but it would be heard in a much better way, and it will be a more equitable society. Thank you so much. Thank you, Darshana. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You rightly said, Gandhiji said that be the change you want to see. So now I would like to request our Joint Director Guides, Ma'am Darshana Pavaskar, for vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
It's sad, but we need to close down this topic here, this webinar here. Before we finish it off, let's join hands together to make this day huge, because we are going to change the world for us. Instead of we going and asking, give our rights, we have to say, this is my right and I'm going to hold it. So make this day huge. Call prominent female personalities to celebrate this day in your unit, in your social media, at your Zoom webinars, wherever, whatever platform you find you are comfortable with. Make it possible that yes, we stand out, and we are going to be shouting out loudly and saying that yes, we are there. Especially invite female members and as well as all the male members, because we in India or in global, we are a community, so we need to be together, working together as boys and girls, male and female. As directors are very nicely said, even the scouts are going to join hands with us. So the more we are together, the more we can achieve great heights and great goals. Thank you all the members who are present here. I can still see the number of participants is still good, or almost 90, which we had in the very starting, and number of participants on our YouTube also. Thank you, viewers, for being with us. We have also got Elsa, who is the Girls Lead Advocacy Manager in WAGS. And we have also got our ADs, our Deputy Managers, Shakya sir, who is still with us, Director sir also, and all the other prominent members who are there. Thank you, Erin and Tammy, for making this happen for us. And we have also got Maya, who is the one of the members of Asia Pacific region WAGS. Thank you for being with us, and hope to see you all, your activities more on social media, so we can make a big impact. Thank you, and see you soon. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Erin. Next क्या है? closing.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
थैंक यू गीता मैम। गीता मैम रह गए थे, हाँ रिमूव करके निकलना है सब। यार हम लोग को क्लोजिंग के लिए नेशनल एंथम।
Thank you so much.
Can we have the national anthem playing and then move? Jeet?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
ये रिमूव करने के लिए इसको बोल।